What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the brand new Adidas Byw Lvl Level 1. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. Make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at @RealSethFowler if you haven't yet. But with all that out of the way, let's get into it. As some of you may remember, back in the mid-1990s, Adidas released a new kind of cushioning called Feet You Wear. This cushioning was characterized by a sort of crazy, out there, bulky look, which really fit in well in the 90s. They also had this weird little talking foot logo, which was different. The Feet You Wear cushioning was originally designed for the basketball court, but as time went along, the cushioning sort of faded into obscurity, and Adidas moved on to the next cushioning setup. But in 2018, Adidas is reviving the Foot You Wear aesthetic with a brand new Boost version. So without further ado, here it is, the Adidas Byw Lvl Level 1. So Adidas describes the shoe on their website as a 90s basketball-inspired shoe with a modern articulated Boost outsole. And after wearing the shoe around for a while and just feeling it in hand, it's definitely a basketball-inspired shoe and not so much a basketball performance shoe. There is a pro version of this sneaker coming out later in the year, which is a performance basketball sneaker, but there isn't really any form of support in the upper and there isn't any heel lockdown at all, so I would say this is definitely more of a lifestyle sneaker than something I'd ever want to wear on court. Jumping right into the toe box of the sneaker, you've got this black, soft, ribbed fabric panel. It's almost like a zoomed in version or enlarged version of corduroy. It's kind of an interesting look. I guess it's a mesh. I'm not really sure what kind of material it is, but it does seem to be relatively durable, which is probably why they put it on the toe of the shoe. Moving back on the shoe, between the toe and the tongue, you've got this knit material, which definitely isn't prime knit. It's a lot thicker and a lot more dense. This material does allow for some nice flexibility between the toes and the rest of your feet, also because the bottom of the shoe is articulated in that same point. Moving back on the shoe, around the tongue cutout, you've got this very loose mesh, which is backed by some other fabrics. The tongue itself is made up of this black suede or nubuck material with the Adidas trifoil logo embroidered into it. That hit of suede or nubuck really adds to the premium feel of the shoe because the rest of the upper doesn't seem to use too many premium materials. Maybe the knit and maybe this corduroy on the side panel, which I'll get to in a bit, but this tongue is really what makes it feel like a more premium silhouette. Separating the looser mesh and the knit material, you've got this white embroidery that wraps all the way around the outside of the shoe. Most of the blue wire lace eyelets are actually sewn into this white embroidery. The laces themselves are actually these really thin black tube laces. They're also really long, which kind of bothered me because whenever I was tying the shoe or wearing the shoe around, my laces would kind of be dragging on the ground. You could solve this problem by lacing the shoe up a little bit higher, but I kind of like that looser fit around the ankle. Inside the shoe, you've got this black mesh sock liner. There isn't really any cushioning or padding on the upper to speak of, so that's another reason why I think this is more of a lifestyle shoe than a basketball shoe. The insole of the shoe is white with some text that says Crazy BYW Adidas ADV 9818. As for fit, this shoe is kind of interesting. The short answer for me is that I would go true to size, and that's probably what you should do as well. But the way the heel is constructed and the way it curves back this way makes your heel not feel like it's locked into the shoe at all. So it does feel kind of loose on the back of your foot, which is interesting. Going half size down might solve that problem, but I found that when I was wearing my true size, my toes were right up at the front of the shoe, so if I went a half size down, it probably wouldn't be very comfortable. It's definitely a weird fit. I'd say go true to size because that's what works well for me, but if you have a chance to try the shoe on first before you buy it, make sure to do that to make sure the sizing that you're getting is right for you. Continuing back on the shoe, on the lateral side, you've got this corduroy midfoot panel, which sort of acts as a heel counter on the back of the shoe. And then on the medial side of the shoe, instead of corduroy, they've used this really light suede or nubuck material. And then you've got this plastic midfoot shank that wraps up from the bottom of the shoe onto the side of your foot. And it also provides a little bit of lockdown in the heel, but not really that much. Moving around to the back of the shoe, the heel has this really weird curvature to it. Most shoes kind of curve inwards, but this one has this weird swoop outwards. I'm not sure exactly why they did that. I mean, I'm assuming it's just stylistic. I'm not sure. And then rounding off the heel in the same material as the lace eyelets, you've got this thin blue wire that you could use as a pull tab if you want. I feel like if you pull it too hard though, it's just gonna rip it out. Moving down on the silhouette, you get to the marquee feature of this sneaker, which is the giant articulated Boost midsole. There is a shitload of boost on this shoe. I mean, it almost looks like double what's on the Ultra Boost, and it's definitely a lot more than the EQT 9317s. It's a huge amount of boost. Wearing this shoe definitely feels different than wearing a pair of Ultra Boosts, and that's not just because of the amount of boost, but it's also the way that the boost wraps up and sort of surrounds your foot. With an Ultra Boost, you're sort of standing on like a flat plane of boost. This is more like some bubbles or like mounds of boost that kind of wrap up around the side of your foot. And for me, it was definitely a weird sensation because it didn't feel as stable. It kind of felt like I was suspended by boost, sort of like standing on these pods almost. Having said that though, it is crazy comfortable. This shoe isn't as responsive as a pair of Ultra Boosts. It sort of more feels like you're sinking into the boost, so it's definitely a bit more cushioned. It's a really interesting feeling. It's something you guys definitely have to try. It's not something you would expect it to feel like. I guess if I had to compare it to something, it would be like if you took the boost from the back end of a couple different EQT 9317s and then used that as like pods throughout the shoe so that you had 3 separate distinct sections, but that's about as close as I could think. I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's definitely different. Finally, moving down to the bottom of the sneaker, you've got this solid white outsole. There's not really any traction pattern to speak of, so again, another reason why I think this is more of a lifestyle sneaker than a basketball sneaker. And also on the outsole of the shoe, you can see the 3 distinct sort of sections of the outsole, which really give you a lot of flexibility, which I really like. And then besides the fact that this just looks like a feet you wear outsole, you've also got this little feet you wear animated character on the toe, which is, I mean, an interesting touch. Overall, the Adidas Boost You Wear Level 1 is a very interesting new addition to the Adidas family. The Level 1 is definitely not a basketball sneaker. Yes, an NBA player played in it once, but I just don't think it's gonna last you very long. I would only recommend wearing this shoe casually. If you really want to play in this shoe, just wait for the Pro model to come out. The shoe definitely has a very 90s look, which Adidas seems to be really leaning heavily into, which I think is a good thing because that look is definitely coming back. The Boost You Wear Level 1 had a limited release today, January 27th, and dropped for $170. Adidas will have a wider release of the sneaker on February 15th, so if you weren't able to grab the sneaker today, you can grab it then. Now that we've got the review out of the way, let's throw these guys on feet and see how they look. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below letting me know what you think of the Adidas Boost You Wear Level 1, and if you're more excited for the Pro version or if you just can't stand the sneaker altogether. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to me, Seth Fowler, if you want to see more content just like this, and follow me on all other forms of social media. The links will be in the description below.